looks fine. Every time you look into my eyes, I pinch my skin and my life. I've come to the conclusion there's no way you're real.
Welcome, Vienna Notarianni.
Hello, yeah.
Part 2.
Yes, it is part 2.
I don't want to talk about what happened last time, but this is the talk. Welcome to the talk. The
I'm
talk
so
Nola.
happy to be here.
For the second time.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling overwhelmed, but I'm excited for this. And then after this, I'm going to do my laundry and go to sleep.
Midterm season?
Actually, midterm. Work on my music tech midterm. Laundry, sleep. Yeah.
Midterm. What are you doing for your midterm?
I'm going to use one of the tracks from the EP, actually. And then I'll just, add MIDI.
Bro, that's
over it.
cheating, bro. That's,
No, it's
that's
not.
actually cheating, bro.
Flora and Lisette, I was stressing about it. I was like, oh my God, I need to, track something. I don't know what I should do. And Flora and Lisette were like, Vienna, you just recorded an entire
Literally.
EP. Use what you have. And I was like, oh, duh.
What song was it?
The one I'm going to do is a ballad called Too Bad.
Too Bad. Oh, Too Bad. Have you heard of Rival Sons?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God,
Well,
they're
maybe I have.
one of my favorite bands of all time.
Okay.
And they have one of their songs. It's called Too Bad, and I didn't know if you got inspiration from that.
No, I didn't for this one, but that's cool though.
Okay. Oh, I'm so rude. Before we continue on, introduce yourself for the second time on the talk.
My name is Vienna Notarianni. What all should I tell them? So I'm a singer, songwriter, pianist. I just put out my debut single. It's called Thank You So Much.
Stream it.
Yeah, stream it. And my first EP is going to be out before the end of the semester, and it's going to be called Can I Be Honest? So I'm very excited for that.
That's really, so I know we were talking earlier, I think literally yesterday, about how you were kind of ripping the page in between takes. Can you expand a little bit on that?
Yes. So let me not give away the order yet, but there's one angry song and then a ballad right after it. And I was like, okay, what can make this transition a little bit smoother? What's something I can do in between songs? And I was thinking, so I scribbled on a piece of paper and then ripped it out of the journal and crumpled it up. And that's going to be the transition in between songs because the whole project is aesthetically centered around handwritten letters. So I thought that would
that's so cool.
Because when I journal, I'm like a maniac. I'll journal. I'll rant, and then I'll rant on the same page in a different direction on top of it, so you can't read it. It looks scary when you go through my journals, but it's so therapeutic to
It's literally like breakup core.
Yeah.
Actually it is.
Yeah.
It is therapeutic. So you often find yourself writing in your journals, and you feel like in your journal entries, does a lot of that inspire songs?
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends. Sometimes I'm in a journaling mood, and sometimes it's a notes app on my phone mood. It really just depends. If I'm outside, I like to sit and journal. I'll go to Audubon, Audubon, whatever. I don't know.
I think it's Audubon.
I don't some
Audubon?
of the upperclassmen have been calling it Audubon, and I'm like, wait, have I been wrong this whole time?
I don't know.
But I'll sit there and get in touch with nature and journal. But yeah, they're two very different things. But it's therapeutic to just let it all out. I'll rant everything I'm thinking completely unfiltered, and it's not pretty at all. And then I can go back and pull lyrics out of it later. I'll be like, oh, that one line hits, and then a song can start from there.
So if this correlates with your creative process, what exactly is that creative process for you when you're writing a song? Is it all coming from this journal?
It's different. It's a little bit different every time, but I would say a lot of the time it will come from a rant, in my phone or in a journal, and I say everything completely unfiltered. And it's if you just read the rant, it wouldn't be poetic or pretty at all. But then you can go back and find maybe 3 lines within one paragraph, and it's that's really real. I'll take something from it, or something will happen to rhyme in the rant. I'm like, oh, those 2 words, and then it's lyrics
cool.
are so puzzle pieces. It's so cool. But
Interesting.
Sometimes with songs, piano comes first. There have been a few that I've written recently where I'll have the piano idea for a solid month before I can figure out what the song is actually supposed to be about. I'll try and write on top of it, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. I just need to wait and go back to it. That just happened with a song I'm working on right now.
Cool. So what exactly is your theme for your EP? Is it dedicated to one theme, which is heartbreak kind of thing?
So it's about 3 different people and myself when it comes down to it. Because I started writing it my junior year. So a lot has happened. It's about experiences with different people. One of them was my first girlfriend. And then one of them was a situation, 2 different situationships my senior year, I would say. Yeah. And then aesthetically, definitely handwritten letters centric. And you get a lot of range of emotions. Like, we open with a love song, and you know that one.
I do.
And then we're going to get very angry. We're going to get, there's some good cry songs in there. You're going to get a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Cry songs. Of those relationships that inspired these, which of those were the most memorable to you?
I mean, my first girlfriend isn't something that I'll ever, like, forget. And
It's
then,
the first, you know?
Yeah.
How do you ever forget the first?
Yeah, you kind of can't. And, like, it's part of my story, and it'll never go away. But, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any, like, other hobbies or interests aside from music?
Somebody asked me that recently, and I love watching Gilmore Girls. I love, this sounds stupid, I love Pinteresting. And that sounds so, like,
It's not
girl,
stupid.
But
At all.
like, I enjoy Pinterest a lot. It helps me, like, with inspiration for my outfits. Like, fashion is definitely an interest of mine. Like, coming up with outfits helps me express how I feel, for sure. And so Pinterest, like, my dream closet board is, like, my Pinterest boards are the inner working of my brain, for sure. Yeah. And then, honestly, like, most of my time is spent, like, practicing piano, and then just hanging out with the people I love is another hobby of mine. Or, like, getting high and listening to music with people I love. It's a hobby of mine.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What do you listen to when you get high?
It like literally anything. Any song will, like, go twice as hard when you're high.
That's fit.
It's like like you'll hear, like, the intricacies of it and be like, oh my god.
For me, like, I hear, like, the bass better. I hear the bass better, I noticed. And the guitar was, like, way better. I think it's super cool.
Yeah, and you put, like, your noise canceling headphones on, and you're, like, in a different universe. It's like,
Yeah. So I think it would be safe to say that you have a passion for this.
oh yeah.
Do you feel like you chose this passion, or the passion chose you?
Oh,
I know. I'm getting deep here, man.
good question.
Just filled with them.
Part of me wants to say the passion chose me, because both of my parents have musical backgrounds in one way or another. Like, they met in college studying theater.
Where'd they go?
Gannon University in Erie.
Erie, where's that?
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
like Lake Erie, like that area.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar.
So they met, like, doing theater. My mom is, like, she was a piano teacher. Like, the whole time I grew up, like, she had students in and out of the house, and I, like, listened to them, like, playing their scales and chords and stuff. Like,
Like, how old were you at that time?
like, a toddler from when I remember it until probably, like, I think she maybe phased out of teaching private piano lessons by the time I was in, like, middle school. But I, like, since I could talk, have always been singing and loved, like, I'm just a loud person, and I've always been, like, drawn towards music. But I did dance for 10 years. Like, I was a ballerina for a long time, and that was, like, I knew being on stage was what I loved, but dance was never, like, perfect for me. And then theater was, like, in late middle school, and for high school, I, like, went to an art school to study musical theater, and then left halfway through my junior year and, like, focused, like, locked in on gigging.
Right.
And, like,
Man, I started off as a theater kid as well.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
really?
yeah, absolutely. I think I was in elementary school to, like, middle school. Yeah, I started off.
What shows did you do?
We did Jersey Boys. We did, like, a Disney medley.
Okay.
Yeah, it was super weird.
You being a theater kid, that's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Why not?
I don't know. You're so, like, Arctic Monkeys band guy.
Arctic Monkeys band guy.
Yeah.
What gives you that impression, Arctic Monkeys band?
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Okay.
No, you're so
Led
right.
Zeppelin, Arctic Monkeys guy.
I'd agree with you 100%. Percent. Did you hear that right? I said 100%.
I have a lisp.
I have a lisp. It's so bad too.
I didn't realize you had one. Yeah, there have been, like, eras of my life where people would make fun of it. Literally, my freshman year of high school, somebody kept hate commenting on my TikTok, of my lisp. They would comment, like, whatever lyrics I was lip syncing to, but with a TH instead of the S. And I still don't know who it was.
Thank you so much. No, dude, my mom is the worst, bro. She always points it out, bro. She's like, you did it again. And she, like, laugh at me. Like, I'll be in a car ride back going with her. And I'll say, like, my S as, like, a TH. And she just absolutely shit on me. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
I went to speech therapy as a kid because I couldn't
Really?
say my R's either. Yeah, but my
Speech-
S's are just fine. It's
Dude,
okay.
they're really fine. Speech therapy, do you think, what do they teach you there? Because I've never...
It was in elementary school. I would get, like, pulled out of class, and, like, they would they taught me how to say my R's, and they tried to teach me how to say my S's, and it never caught on. But like, I don't remember. It was just like exercises. I remember with S, you're supposed to like connect your teeth, and like it's supposed to go against your back teeth. But like it doesn't feel natural to me, so I don't do it. Ronnie told me recently though that my lisp like is part of my voice as a singer. Like that I wouldn't be the same Vienna if I didn't like have the lisp. So I was like,
well, what? How frequent is your lisp? I don't know.
I don't
think
like,
I've ever caught
it. Really.
It's not like
terribly noticeable.
Not at all.
Like, and now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, no, I've never even noticed it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's just like part of me. It's like it's slight, I would say. Yeah.
Do you think there's a correlation in general, like with speech therapy and singing? Like, do you think it can make you a better singer?
Probably.
That would make sense, right?
Yeah, enunciation is so
enunciation.
important. Yeah. My voice teacher like gets on me about enunciation all the time because almost everything I perform are original songs. So he's like, the audience needs to know what you're saying because your music is so like lyric driven and story driven that enunciation is like really important. He'll have me put a pencil between my teeth and then try and say the line as clearly as I can with the pencil between your teeth. And then you take the pencil out and you say it, and your enunciation is so much better. Music is all like little.
Yeah, what is that
like,
working? Is that like working like your jaw? I don't understand.
It makes you enunciate way more because if you're trying to get the word out clearly with a pencil there,
right.
Once you take the pencil out, like the words will be like you'll be really locked in on.
Well, how important is storytelling in your songs?
Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like the thing.
You know, I feel like songs that have like a storyline, a plot, you know, I feel like those are the best kinds of songs.
Yeah.
I almost said thongs. I almost did it again. No, because
can't
like
speak today. We're too
I
tired.
literally, bro, I'm so swamped. But yeah, as I was saying, what was I saying?
Storytelling.
Yeah, because I feel like with like the storyline, I feel like that can relate to a person better. You know, someone can be like, I'm experiencing that. Like, I feel that. You know, how important is it for you to connect with your listener and your fan?
It's so important. I was actually thinking this morning, I was like, I want to make a list of all the songs I have a soul tie to. Like, songs that I feel so deeply. I want to, like, make a list of them. Like, even, like, going back to middle school. Because, like, that's what makes you connect with an artist. It makes you want to see them live. Like, that's what music is all about. Like, to tell a story and to, like, feel a song.
And I definitely feel like by this point, just by name association, like Vienna Notarianni, you'd be like, okay, I want to go see her live because I feel like you've effectively done what you've been trying to do. Yeah. You know, and I think that's really awesome.
Thank you.
And, you know, I've seen you live a few times. That was really, really cool. Cool music. And I know you're playing under your solo name now, Vienna Notarianni. So what do you have planned for the future after your EP as a solo artist?
Well, so actually this weekend we're doing, I have a gig at like this Tired Eyes house show and I'm really excited for that. And then I'm playing Howlin' Wolf on Wednesday and I'm debuting 2 new originals that I'm so hyped about. One of them is called Sweet Hysterics and it's just me being dramatic and not ashamed of it, basically is the point. Because there have been some situations recently where I feel like I've been like shat on for like being emotional, and there's no shame in that.
How does
like
that make
I'm
sense?
an artist. Like I'm an artist.
Literally.
Yeah. And then the other song is called "Fuck You Blues."
Oh, that's so
it's
cool.
Gonna be like, oh my god.
Is it like very
so
like
fun.
a New Orleans kind of sound? Is it bluesy?
It is blues. Like it is a blues song. And oh my gosh, like there's like a little walkie bass line that Andy does. Like it's gonna be so good. And we're introducing the band like during that song too. I'm gonna be like, and we have Andy over there on bass and Stefan on guitar. Like it's gonna be so fun. And then we have like a little gap so I can say my name. And then there's a line. Well, let me read. I'm gonna
go ahead. Yeah, take your time.
Leak the last.
A leak here on the Talk Nola?
Yes.
Dude, I'm flattered.
Fuck You Blues in my notes. Okay, hold on. So the last stanza of it says, "You toe the line between obsessive and just straight up bitter. I know when I write songs I'm a hypocrite, but at least I'm the winner." And then we're having a measure of just like a break, so the audience can just take in that line.
Where did that line come from?
That song started my senior year. I'll unpack all the lore with "Fuck You Blues." So, my senior year, I was at a coffee shop with one of my friends, and we were talking, and they were like, "Yeah, your ex has been like going on and on about how much they hate you, and like they've been talking like all this shit about me," and like we hadn't spoken in like probably like 4 months at that point, like at least, like it had been a while, and I'm like, why am I still like on their mind? Like why? Like what did like calm down? Like why are you? They were like talking shit about like my hair color. I'm like, why are you checking my socials then? Like I dyed my hair, okay? And so I started writing this song, and it was just stupid. Like it was just like I was like, all right, this one's going in the trash, and I didn't get back to it until college, and then a situation happened that like made me really upset, and I was like, oh wait, could I pull this one out of the Vienna archives and add to it? And I did, and so it kind of combines two stories, and it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited to do that song live.
So is that the one that you're like most excited for that's coming up soon?
That's not even in the EP. Like I just like kind of got it together with the band this past week. Yeah, like I'm so excited to do that one live. It's gonna be. Are you gonna funny.
I'm sorry. Are you gonna release that
as
a single?
That should be. I want that to be in my debut album, like 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. So after the EP.
How far away? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm like already thinking album because the EP songs, they've all been done for a while, and like now tracking the EP is finished, and it's like that's a big weight off my shoulders.
How long did that take?
Yeah. A week. It was supposed to be a 2-day process, and it took so long. It took so many all-nighters. It was a shit ton of work. Like I was not sleeping. And then I got in the habit of skipping class, and once you skip class once, it's like a cycle. But long strenuous process, and it is going to have the best result. I'm like ecstatic to put it out. Like I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome.
We can't. I feel like Loyola can't wait either. you know. But what's it called? Don't get me started on like the studios and how expectations never hit.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was in the studio. I was trying to record some music for Miami, and it took its time. I thought I was gonna be in and out for like an hour, 2 hours because it's already rehearsed. I was like, okay, it shouldn't take long at all.
It's never how it goes.
No, there's a lot of things that you don't take account of. And then at the end of all of it, after I recorded everything, I recorded the guitar and drums separately. It's just me. At the end of all of it, the files corrupted. It was all gone.
I'm so sorry.
It was all gone.
I'm so sorry for your loss from the bottom of my heart. That sucks.
No, I don't think I can recover.
Yeah, and like with studios, there's a lot of like troubleshooting. Like sometimes it'll take 2 hours to like even get started.
That is so true.
Or like you'll finally get in there, and then you'll try to record, and there will be latency.
And it's not even on the TAs either. The TAs are awesome.
They like do their best. Like they for real. Like they're here till late at night, like all the time, doing their best. And they collaborate really well. Like
they do.
I like if somebody's having trouble, they'll just text them and be like, "Hey, come to Studio A. I need help." Like they're like they're locked in.
Yeah, shout out Aiden and Haley for real.
Yeah, and Gabe Lancia. So he's producing the EP. He, without me even asking, listened to Fiona Apple's entire discography in prep for recording the EP. I was like, oh my god, I love you.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like I was like, oh my gosh. Like he really, really cares about bringing my sound to life. And then he was like, yeah, and like make me an inspo playlist with other stuff you want to. Like he's like, oh, I cannot thank him enough. Like he's the best. He's like done everything in his power to like bring my vision exactly where I want it to be. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met him actually. He goes here?
He was the drummer for the Kissing Disease.
Oh, it's Dylan now, isn't it?
So, yeah, now it's Dylan because Gabe, he's taking a gap semester right now. I think he'll be back in the fall. I think he'll be back at Loyola. But, yeah, right now he's living back in St. Louis. But he was here for the week, and he tracked some stuff for another band called Fish Band and then my EP. And he was probably working on other stuff while he was down here. I'm not sure. But, yeah, Gabe is the best.
That's really cool. All right, let me throw this question at you.
Okay.
It's like a fan-based question.
Okay.
So how exactly would you describe your fans?
I was looking into my stats on Spotify for artists, and it's like 88% women.
Oh, so you're speaking to a demographic, so you're doing the right thing.
Yeah. So I definitely noticed that. And I know Billy was very, very like set on like figuring like exactly what your demographic is and who they are. So I think it would be the type of girl who like listens to like a certain genre of music, like the like either indie sad girl or like you could say the femcel stuff, like Fiona Apple, Mazzy Star, Mitski could be thrown in there, Sir Chloe for sure. We're gonna cover a Sir Chloe song at Howlin' Wolf, which I'm excited for too.
How many times have you played at Howlin' Wolf?
This will be my second.
Second? Oh, okay,
Mhm.
second.
Yeah, yeah, I love it there. It's so cool there.
Dude, it's such a cool like environment.
Mhm.
It's also kind of tight.
Yeah.
So like it forces everyone to be close together.
Yeah.
And really pack it out. And it seems like larger than it is when everyone's packed together like that.
We fit. I think there were like 88 people or so at our first show. Like I want to say it was 88.
Damn, that's awesome.
Like yeah. What else would the ideal, like the Vienna fan? I'm trying to think. Like movie wise. Like, literally, my brain is thinking in Pinterest board right now. It's so weird. Like, my brain is thinking in Pinterest board. I was like, okay, Girl Interrupted. I was thinking, like, the movie Girl Interrupted, the movie Black Swan. I'm thinking, like, aesthetic. Okay. The word coquette comes to mind. And that's so annoying. Lana Del Rey vinyl comes to mind. Probably girls who, like, go through those little meme slideshows on TikTok. People who post on their private stories all the time. People who spam their private stories. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. I don't know what else. Yeah, I don't know. Someone who likes to like deeply feel, and someone who's not ashamed of their emotions.
That's
people
awesome.
Who feel. Yeah.
People who feel. Mm-hmm. That's your fan base. People who feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds kind of annoying. I don't know, but
no, that's kind of cool actually. People who feel.
Thanks. Yeah.
What's it called? Do you create your music for your fans or for yourself?
It starts off for me, and it's therapeutic, and then it's so crazy how something I create just to help myself, like, get over a situation will, like, resonate with somebody else. Like, when my songs make somebody cry, I'm like, oh, my God. Like, this is, like, what I was put on earth to do. Like, it's really cool. It in a weird way, like, it makes me happy if my songs make someone cry because they're doing, like, what they're supposed to do. Like, they're, like, it's tear-jerking. Like, it's, like, making... I don't know, just like a circle of emotion go around. Like it's beautiful. It's crazy that I can like write something good enough to make someone cry. Like I'm like, oh my God. Yeah.
What a crazy like emotion to evoke from a song. How often does that happen? Like do they go up to you and be like, oh, your song made me cry?
I think I would say between like 5 and 10 times in my life I've like known of someone crying to one of my songs. I remember the first time it happened. It was in high school. Like, I remember the person, we were in a practice room at my high school, and I played a song I wrote called Invisible. And it was, oh, wait, that's such a, like, a Vienna archive song. I wrote that in 8th grade. Like, it's about feeling like a second choice. I'm still writing songs about the same thing I was writing
since
about in 8th grade. Like, I'm like
oh my God.
Kind of, like, yeah, like, I just wrote a song called Downgrade, like, in the past 2 months, and it's about feeling like a second choice.
So
I need to work on maybe that's a me thing.
I mean, do you feel like your style has evolved at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
In what ways?
Yeah. It was more pop. It was less, like, complicated because I wasn't as good at piano yet. Right. Like, that was definitely, like, a big part. Like, before it was just, like, 4 chords over and over. And then it would evolve to, like, maybe 6 chords and a little, like, arpeggio in there every once in a while. And now, like, I try to make my songs, like, unpredictable if I can. Especially, like, with the newest stuff I've been writing. Like, I try to add in twists and turns that you won't expect because I like music that does that. That, like, keeps you on your toes, you know?
Where do you pull that inspiration from? Or did that just come from you?
Well, Fiona does that a ton. Actually, this one song I found today, oh my God, changed my life.
Play it out on the Roadcaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's Willow. I think it's called Symptom of Life. Yeah. Okay. This is Willow's like new single. Is it still connected? How do I?
I got you right now.
Turn it up. All right. Ready?
I should say Roadcaster Pro. Is it already connected?
Settings, Bluetooth. Oh yeah, it's working.
We go.
Yeah. We'll listen to like maybe like 20 seconds of it. The drums are really cool.
They are. It's not exactly like the song 2 from Blur, but like the way that they're incorporating the tom, like it reminds me of that drum beat as well.
When does it get to the chorus? I don't know it super well yet. I'm gonna skip through a little bit.
So what is it that this inspired?
Wait, say again?
What is it that inspired? You can keep it playing out.
This I literally found like a couple hours ago. Like this song, it just came out and I found this on Spotify today. But songs with twists and turns that inspire me. Brand New City by Mitski. But the chorus.
Yeah, that's
like,
cool.
Isn't that good? Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Everyone
really cool.
listen to brand new or to Symptom of Life by Willow.
I feel like Pull Up, thank you so much. I think I want to correlate back to this example of like the twist and turn.
Okay.
Where go to the part where it's like I come to the conclusion.
Oh, the pre-chorus. Okay.
Yeah.
You're a figment of
Too far.
my skin and my life. I've come to the conclusion.
Oh, that's so good.
Thank you.
I remember listening to that for the first time. And I had like a stank face. I was like, it was so ugly. It was like an ugly face, but that means it's good music.
Stank face is real.
Do you experience that a lot when you're playing live?
I don't know if I have a set stank face yet. I know guitarists, like, you know Sebastian?
Yeah.
Like,
Left
he
hook?
has, yes.
All right, cool.
That man has, like, the most intense stank face. When he's playing, he's into it.
Dude, I was just looking at their they posted something on their social media.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at it from the talk because I like to keep in touch, keep up to date with local bands,
Yeah.
of course. And then I was watching the video of him playing. I think it was Flowers, something like that, Flowers with the band, bro. And he has great like energy and
Yes.
stage presence.
Yeah.
And I would not expect that from him.
That man is such a... Me and Dylan were just talking about this, like, 2 hours ago, how he is such a band leader. Like, at
Yeah.
heart, Sebastian is
Yeah.
a band leader. And, like, I was just at the Left Hook gig last Friday. Like, they,
Yeah.
like, ate. And, like, you can see Sebastian on stage just, like
Loving it,
dancing
man.
around. And, like, Lucian and Elva are on,
Sax and trumpet.
yeah, and they
that's
were,
right.
like, step touching.
Oh, that's
They were,
cool.
like, they're, like, oh, Left Hook, they have so
Would-
much energy. They're great.
Yeah, would you ever incorporate like choreography?
Yes.
Really? Have you
I-
done so already or not?
I haven't yet, but like I was with my theater background, like I would absolutely love to do that. Like if I could do a tour one day where I'm performing on big enough stages to like have background dancers, like that would be so cool. I would love to do that. Like I grew up dancing and like making little like music videos on like my
Right.
iPod where I was like dancing and sing like yeah.
You know what I feel like needs to make a comeback?
What?
Doo-wop music.
I'd be so down for that.
Bro,
Yeah.
because like, shoo up, that's so funny, bro.
Man, I
It's so
should try and write
funny.
a doo-wop song. I should challenge myself to do that.
Bro,
do a
for the
doo-wop.
longest time, I always like had the idea of making like this doo-wop prog metal song.
That would be something.
Just out of pure irony, of course.
Uh-huh.
But I think it'd be really,
should
really
go
cool.
for it. I
Go
support.
for it, you think?
Mhm.
Going back to Left Hook though, at their gig, bro, they're a funk band, right?
Yeah.
Dude, they were covering "I Got You" by James Brown, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, they did so good.
Yeah.
Who's the lead singer?
Jude.
Jude, right? Jude. She's very talented.
Yes.
She's very
Mhm.
talented. Would you ever collaborate with them?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like I accompanied Jude in masterclass just like on a song that she wanted to sing
Yeah,
recently.
I
And
remember.
we've talked about co-writing a couple times. Just time-wise it's never lined up before, but yeah, like I'd love to write a song with Jude. She's such a like crazy good vocalist. I remember the first time I heard her sing was at ensemble auditions and she sang I Feel the Earth Move by Carole King
Yeah.
and I was like, "Whoa."
Pretty song.
Like, "Whoa." Like she has soul. Like she's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have soul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have like as much of a soprano range as Jude does, but
Hmm.
I have soul when I'm singing. Like you can feel it.
You're a tenor?
I'm an alto, like a low alto. But like some of the songs on the EP, Gabe purposely like he would wait until later in the night to record some of the angrier stuff so my voice would have more grit. Like you can kind of hear how tired I am, but it works really well with the song. Like it sounds like raspy at some points and Why Are You So Ashamed, but it's like good because I'm supposed to feel like I'm like so like strung out and tired of like this guy using me, and so it like matches like vocal tone wise, and that was really smart on Gabe's part. Like I didn't even realize his like strategy with that, but yeah.
That's really cool. Do you have anything like? Do you have any other like pre-warm-ups that you do before you?
Before I sing.
No, like before you like perform or before you get into the studio and do like a take that'll take a while.
Before a gig, I like to listen to Ray's Tiny Desk. I showed you that once. Ray's
I
Tiny
think you,
Desk.
like early in the year.
Yes.
I've actually kept in touch with her. I still listen to her music.
Yeah. No, she's gonna be on SNL. Like
Really?
They just posted the thing on Instagram today. Yeah. She'll be on SNL with, oh fuck, what's her name?
I don't keep up with
Kristen
it.
Wiig. Kristen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know. She's
Um,
like,
yeah.
yeah, she's all right.
But so she's gonna be. What's my point? Oh,
We
but
were
so
talking
I
about
like to listen
yeah.
to the her Tiny Desk
Mhm.
because like she does so many cool riffs with her voice. Like I just like to listen to it and like try and emulate her as close as like I cannot sing anything like her, but I would love to. And then before I'm gonna be in the studio, like I do my voice warm ups. Like I do like my warm up routine, like just like piano. I do like some fifths and some like "Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, so my." And then I do "Oh no, you don't" sliding, and Andy makes fun of me, and it's funny. And I do like "Mine, mine, mine" down the scale, just like boring
Yeah.
voice warm ups.
I feel like it's super necessary to warm up like that.
It's so important.
But V, it sounds stupid as shit. You
Yeah,
can't
it does.
lie.
It does.
It sounds so dumb.
does.
But the more annoying it sounds, I feel like the more helpful it is. Do you get what I mean?
Like it works, especially like I cannot belt if I don't warm up. Like it's like I can feel it like not feeling good. And then to the studio I will bring honey with me, just like a container of honey, and like in between takes like open it up. I kept on doing like ASMR with the mic. Like I kept like tapping on my honey like
Get
in
out
between
of here,
takes,
bro.
and then I would just like open it up and like dump it into my mouth. And I had like tea in the booth with me. Yeah. Tea and honey and vocal warm-ups. Very important stuff. Yeah.
That is super cool. And for shows, it was just
Like
just a
I don't
tiny
have
desk.
a super set. I listen to like Dance Moms. Like I watch
What?
Dance Moms while I'm like doing my makeup.
What?
And, like my mom, like before gigs at home, I would always like my mom would laugh at me. She'd be like, "Doesn't that stress you out? Like it's all these ladies like screaming at each other." I'm like, "No, I love it. It's comforting. I love Dance Moms."
Do you feel like you would ever be like on a reality TV show like that?
It would probably like break my soul if I was in reality TV. I don't know. If I got offered like those, because they're like, it's not real. And then
No.
like I feel bad for the girls and Dance Moms who like grew up from the time they were like 6 with like cameras shoved in their faces.
Bro, and because like from the moment they're born, like everything is fake, or
Yeah.
everything has like an ulterior, everything has like an ulterior
No,
motive.
ulterior motive. But like, yeah. I don't know. I think if I was offered to like guest star in a reality show,
What would you
at some
even do
point,
though?
maybe-
Like what?
I don't.
I feel like
I'm not sure.
I remember like in iCarly when people would like guest star. I feel like that's something that I would do. Like if iCarly came
iCarly?
back, I would totally guest star from
Yeah.
them. Bro,
Yeah. I didn't watch a ton of iCarly.
Oh my
I was a
God.
Disney kid, not a Nickelodeon kid.
Ew. No, that's inferior.
Let me live.
It's inferior. What would you watch on Disney?
Jesse, like me and my little brother, we have like, so
Hmm.
we probably like Jesse, Good Luck Charlie, Ant Farm, like all the shows. I was obsessed with Girl Meets World, and Sabrina Carpenter was in Girl Meets World. I still love Sabrina Carpenter.
You know what's
so
a lot
much.
of current like pop stars and like movie stars.
Are from Disney.
Yes.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes.
Is from Bizarre
Yes.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, and like if you like Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, Miley, like everyone. Yeah, the Disney machine is like a real
Bro.
thing. I wanted to be on Disney Channel so bad.
Industry
when I was a
plants.
kid. Like
Industry plants.
No, like those people are talented.
Yeah.
though.
If
But,
they
like,
if they ever want to come on the show, I never said that they're industry plants. By the way, that never came out of my mouth.
yeah, no,
No, but they're insanely talented.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just got a message from my studio TA.
No, you're good.
Yeah, well, recording has been pushed back to April. I'm very sad now.
Oh no.
Yeah. So tell me about what you feel like your worst performance has been.
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
My voice cracked at Howlin' Wolf.
Nah, that's nothing though.
Like when I sang House of the Rising Sun, my voice cracked like fully.
People laughed or nah.
The sound wasn't the best at that show, like
Okay.
hearing my voice wise, and so like I don't know how many people even noticed it.
I don't even know.
Worst. One of the ones that has felt worst to me in my entire life, it was my piano recital my senior year. And I was playing I Feel the Earth Move by Carole King, actually. It was that song. And that's the most complicated thing I've ever tried to tackle on piano and singing at the same time. Like that song is really, really intricate on piano and there's a lot going on. And I was like, I'm going to learn this like every like line. Like I want to play it like Carole King plays it. And I did not know that it needed to be memorized until 2 days before the recital.
Oh wow.
So I like fully, I don't know why I love Miss Pritz. If you're watching, I know you're not, I love you. But she, like every time I had ever practiced it in my lesson, I fully had my like little binder and I would like scroll through pages really, like I would like go through the pages really quick.
Right.
And then when we had, I don't know if it was called like the dress rehearsal or something for the show, she was like, "Oh, are you off book?" And I was like, I can be. And yeah, so that performance, what exactly? I didn't stop. I never stop no matter how bad I mess up. Like, I refuse to have like a full train wreck on stage. But I had to literally go back and repeat a part of it to like get my footing back in place. And I was so pissed at myself when I walked off stage. Like, that like sucked. I'm like really, really perfectionistic.
I mean, I also feel like that's a sign of like true passion too.
Yeah.
Because like I imagine like afterwards you felt like you want to do it again, but like better. Like you're just gonna be relentless until you fucking get what you
Like,
need to get.
I started, so I played that song first, and then I did Thank You So Much and Where We Disagreed right after, and those were strong. And people were coming up to me after the show, like telling me I did great and saying they love the originals and stuff. But I was like in my head, I'm like, dude, I could have played that cover so much better, and it bothers me. But like, I'll play that song again one day, and it'll be okay.
You know what's super weird? I'm the same way. Like after a show, like people will come up to me like, "Hey, great job, like drumming, great job on guitar, on singing." And then my parents would go to my shows, and they'll mention to me, be like, "Hey, man, you don't look very personable when you're talking to the people that come up to you." And I'm like, "Oh, really? I didn't realize." But like, I'm not trying to come off as like rude or anything. My head, like my mind, is still on stage. What went wrong? What needs to be perfected?
You're critiquing yourself.
Exactly. I'm in another world. You know.
Like, what do you feel like when you get off stage? Say like 10 minutes after you get off stage in that
feel
block.
So unfulfilled.
And like is your head like cloudy at all? Like people are trying to talk to you and it's like you're in a weird state. It's not like disassociation.
No, I fully relate to that.
I've never tried to like verbalize that to someone, but I bet a lot of other people would get that.
I would assume so.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
the
weird.
thing is, I noticed like a lot of people don't feel that same way, and if they do feel it, they don't show it, which I guess is something that we need to work on, because like if the fans want to come up to us and talk to us, I feel like we should like
be personable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so have a real. Yo, my girlfriend just said she reversed the roles. She's interviewing you now.
My bad.
No, and it's funny because it sounded like when you asked the question, that's literally what I thought of too. That's hilarious. So yeah, but like I feel like it's our job, like as performers, to keep it about the business and the music. But like there's also like the fan side that like we gotta keep that in mind, you know?
Yeah. Actually, one thing that I thought was interesting that Pop said was when someone compliments you after a show and they're like, "Oh my God, great job," and you say like, "No, it could have been so much better, blah, 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 blah." He said that one time he did that, and somebody was like, "Take the compliment and go."
Yeah, because that's annoying.
I forget what it was.
That's annoying.
Yeah, but like
I've peeped myself, like, I've stopped myself. I've said the same thing, and like that's annoying to say.
Yeah, like no one, like they complimented you.
Yeah.
Take the compliment and like move on. That's something I need to work on. Like just take the compliment, move on with your day. Like yeah.
Interesting. So we talked about your worst performance. Talk to me a little bit about your best one then.
I feel like I've never got off stage and been like perfect. Like I've never.
I doubt anyone does that.
Yeah. I know the most fun one I've ever played was Howlin' Wolf. Like best. Yeah, the best one like I've done with a band since I've like got to New Orleans, like walked off the stage and was like, wow, like this is thrilling. This is so cool. I can't believe my life is real. Is Howlin' Wolf.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, I relate to like those words so much. I can't believe that this is real. Like, like I was made for this. It feels like I was exactly made for this moment. And I need more. Bro, musicians are so greedy, bro. They're chasing it. They're chasing it. So, you were saying, we're talking about the best one.
Yeah.
I had something to say. Yeah, so when it comes down to, like, the most fun, I feel like those are the best ones. Not the ones that are technically, like, perfect, like, or musically perfect. When it comes down to what's most fun, the most interactive with the audience.
When the energy's good in the room.
Yes, exactly.
Like, even gigs that I played back home in, like, little small venues, like a winery or something. Like, I remember I did one on Halloween night. I forget if this was my junior or senior year, like, which one. But everybody was really drunk by the end of the night. And it was just, like a bunch of, like, my family and friends. And I was playing Piano Man by Billy Joel. And, like, my mom and, like, a group of, like, my family friends, they all stood in a line and they were, like, holding, like, shoulders and, like, swaying back and forth, drunkenly singing Piano Man with me. Like, that's the most fun. And, like, at that
that is possibly the whitest thing I've ever
True. Like, literally.
Oh, my God.
I won't disagree with you there. Yeah, Piano Man. But yeah, that.
So they're standing in the line swaying like
they're holding
vertically or like.
shoulders with-
Oh my god, bro!
holding shoulders like swaying back and forth. Like it's like
Ew.
the old people version of doing this.
Yeah,
But
with the
they're-
flashlight.
Yeah, but they were just And at the same gig, I did a Halloween medley on piano. And then I ended it with Ghostbusters, and I'm like, who are you gonna call? And everyone's like drunkenly yelling, Ghostbusters! Like that show was just really funny. Like but that like you remember that kind of stuff because it's like it's the best. And then busking in Ocean City, like just like setting up on the sidewalk there and playing over the summer is really fun because sometimes like a little crowd will gather around and like this one time I was playing. And this woman, like, she had been, like, standing there listening for a couple songs, and then she asked me what my name was, and I said Vienna, and she's like, like, she looked so touched when I said my name. She was like, that's my favorite Billy Joel song. And I was like, oh, I can play that, and I, like, played the song, and she gave me a $50 bill.
Oh,
that
wow.
woman. Yeah, I'll never forget that.
Do you remember her face?
Uh-huh, yeah. Like, I've met, like, busking in
Interesting.
Ocean City is so fun. And, like, one of, this little girl that I met, well, she's, like, 11 or 12 or something, that I met in Ocean City. Like, she, like, liked my music. She still follows me on Instagram and, like, posted thank you so much on her story when it came out.
Awesome.
Like, it's because, like, when you're busking, you can just, like, talk to people right after the song and, like, make an actual connection. Like, it's so, like, it's so cool. I love doing that.
I feel like that's, like, the most raw experience of performing.
Yeah, honestly, it is. Because, like, you're right there with the people. They're standing, like, 3 feet away from you watching you.
Exact same level, no stage, no fancy equipment, just you and them and what you're doing.
Yep.
And I feel like that's music at its core, at
Yeah.
the heart of music. That's what it's about, connecting to the person that's in front of you. That's really
Busking
cool.
is so beautiful. Like some people, I've noticed some musicians here kind of like look down on it. It's like, oh, you're not gigging, you're just like setting up on the street. But it's fun. It's different than like gigging. It's not the same.
I mean,
but
even in
it's
New
fun.
Orleans, like busking is,
It's so like
you can make a lot of money busking
Yeah.
here. Dude, like,
if you have a shtick, like if you have your thing and you go on like bourbon and like busk, like they're like people are probably
listen.
making bank doing that.
exactly. And
Yeah.
the tourists love that, man. This is such like a great tourist city and town.
Yeah.
Man, you can get a lot out of being yourself here.
Yeah.
And I think
agree.
that's really, really important to yourself as a musician. Yeah. What was it like growing up in Maryland, anyways?
Like, I definitely grew up in a very artistic area. Oh, was the sign not perfect? What was wrong with the sign?
The battery was dying, so
Oh, no.
when like the battery dies, it starts like flashing different colors.
Oh.
So before it
Not the
gets to
move.
that point, yeah, not the move at all.
So like I didn't think my hometown was the most fun thing ever. Hence why I like moved 16 hours away. But it was like downtown Hagerstown is very like art centric, and I really appreciate growing up there. Like my dance studio was right there, and then the Maryland Theater is like this gorgeous historic theater, and I've been performing there since I was like 4 years old in like ballets and stuff. Like I've been performing on that stage for so long, and I'm really grateful for that. And then the art school that I went to for high school was literally connected to the Maryland Theater by this tunnel above an alley. It was like from this dance studio, and they were connected by tunnel. Like it is very like art was in the forefront of downtown Hagerstown, and that like
So like
probably like created me in some way. you know?
awesome.
Yeah.
So you could literally skip like and go to the art museum if you wanted to from your high school.
So it was a theater, and
Theater,
it was,
my bad.
No, let me Google like a picture of the Maryland Theater so you get a picture in your brain. It's like it's gorgeous in there.
I visited Maryland once when I was very young though. It was the only time I saw snow.
Really?
Only time I saw snow. Haven't seen snow since.
That's crazy.
Yep, it's crazy how like people have such different like environmental differences. You know, like I like would assume that you grew up with snow.
Like in the winter. Like,
Obviously, in the winter.
well, it's not. That's a stupid thing to say. Yeah, like yes, it was like snow was normal.
Exactly, where someone like me from Miami never see snow. Like,
Damn,
not
that's
only
so
one time in my
sad.
life. I know.
You haven't gone and like made a
Yeah.
little snowman, done your little snow angels.
Absolutely not. And I
I'm
wish
sorry,
I tried
Maria.
making a snowball when I was there, but it just kept falling in my hand. I was too young to understand how to make a snowball.
Aw. So this is the Maryland
wow.
Theater. And let me pull
Oh
up.
wow.
Like it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And like so this is from the outside, that little tunnel right there, like above the alley is what I was talking about. That building right next to it is Barbara Ingram School for the Arts. And so that's where I went for high school in the musical theater program. And for our dance class, we would like go across the tunnel into the Maryland Theater and like have like dance rehearsals.
Oh,
like,
that's awesome. Oh,
yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What did you get out of going to high school there? Like, are you grateful for your high school experience?
Yes. I have a complicated relationship with like BISFA is the abbreviation of what we called it, Barbara Ingram.
Yeah.
I left because the theater teacher because of COVID, the first theater teacher retired.
Okay. Yeah.
And she was like, I can't teach over Zoom. Like, I'm not doing this. We got a new teacher, and a lot in the program changed. And we had, like, our theory class, we were playing ukulele.
Ew.
And yeah,
No hate on ukulele.
But it like that's not theory though.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. So I was feeling like by my junior year, I was sitting in classes feeling frustrated because I'm like, I could be practicing my like set list right now.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here doing like basically nothing. Like they're like teaching me like the notes on the staff, and I'm 16 years old, and I like Ben knew this. And so like that was why I ended up homeschooling. But the people I met there, like Aiden, like my best friend in the universe, like my ride or die human being, like we wouldn't have the bond that we have if I like hadn't met them. So like I love BISFA, but I didn't. There's a legit reason why I left, and like everything happens for a reason, I guess is what I'll say. Yeah.
That's it.
Like
Yeah,
it definitely
I'd
shaped
agree.
me as a person to a point. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Similarly to my high school, like it was great for like first year, then COVID hit.
Yeah.
Music program definitely fell apart. You know.
That's so sad. Like, why is this like you're not the only person I've had this conversation with, and it's sad.
I don't know. I feel like we should definitely be encouraging more musicians, like as a society now more. Because like the funding in a high school, like it goes to athletic teams.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
for public high schools, that is, not like art schools. But yeah, we definitely need to put that focus into like music as well.
Yeah.
Because like that's where creativity is like formed. You
Like
know.
music's what I live for personally. So like, yeah.
Yeah, because you get passionate people, you get creative people, you know, you get smart people overall. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be some kind of smart to create the music that other people would, like you said, would cry to. You know.
Yeah. And like you do have to be smart. Like theory is like a lot like math, like music theory.
Big time.
Like
Or like learning like a different language,
Mm-hmm.
straight up.
for real.
So, I hate it when people shit on musicians acting like it's not hard.
It is hard.
Like, hey, I'm not gonna knock down like what you're doing. You know, maybe like let's say like they're a philosophy major. But yeah, you know, everyone has their different skill sets, and you just got to be, you know, kind to that.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be respectful of that.
Yeah.
Because being a musician is not that easy. Not at all. I mean, you got to deal with like judgment, self-judgment. I feel like everything as a musician comes from yourself. Like all the critique
Yeah.
that really matters the most is coming from yourself as a musician.
Yeah. Like I'm really critical of myself.
Yeah, so you got to be a strong-willed individual if you want to keep on pursuing this.
And being on stage is scary.
Yeah.
Like stage fright is real.
Literally. I used to really get butterflies like in my stomach. Like I used to be really, really anxious. I don't know whether to be sad or happy. Like I don't really get that anymore.
It depends what it is for me. It's kind of scarier to perform to a small room of people than a big room of people.
Why is that for you?
If you can see everybody's face, while you're performing, like that's kind of scarier than if like the house lights are off and you can't see them. It's like less like I don't know, if I'm like in master class, like just with like the vocalist within like Antoine, and I'm like just performing to like 10 of my peers, that's like really scary. Like I'll get like actual like butterflies from
I mean,
doing
what
that.
you bust, you know? That's as like raw as it gets, you know?
Yeah, that's not that scary because I can look at it from the mentality of like, all right, just pretend you're like in your bedroom, like practicing. Because people are walking.
Interesting.
Because like when you start, like people are just walking around, like walking past you, like on a boardwalk. Like no one's paying attention yet. And then if you catch their attention, they're standing there watching.
Yeah,
you.
and
Like,
then
that's
you
the
get
goal.
nervous with that, or do you get happy that you caught
That
someone's
makes me
attention?
happy.
Yeah,
It makes me happy. If it's a hard song, I'm like, okay, don't mess up.
Lock
piano,
in.
don't
Yeah,
mess up
exactly,
piano.
exactly.
But like, yeah.
I mean, how do you deal with that anxiety that you get if you were to get it on stage? Is there something that you do to calm yourself down?
I remind myself that I'm in control like you have
Ooh.
like for
That's-
real,
yeah.
like muscle memory is really important, but like being prepared for a gig, practicing as much as you fucking can,
Right.
and like being prepared, like if you need the chords in front of you, like have a chart. Like if you need, like at every gig I've done here, I've had like at least my set list like taped on my piano stand, and like usually like lyrics that I would tend to forget just in case, like as like a crutch, and then like chords that like maybe I'll forget. Like for high, I wrote down the chords for high because I was nervous about messing those up. At,
That sounds familiar.
At the
We
your
played that
gig.
song together. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
No,
Yeah.
your gig.
Well, yeah, the talk thing, but yeah, like it's, I don't know, just reminding myself that I'm in control is really important, and just like I will not let myself train wreck a song. Like I will make it to the end of the song no matter what.
I mean, what does your practicing method look like?
It depends on like what I'm getting ready for, but just like practicing. Pop said recently, like he was like, if you're practicing and you sound good, you're not practicing correctly. Like when you start off, it's like slow, it's with a metronome, like it's like you need to drill things.
Yeah.
Like I find the weakest part of a song that I'm the most worried about messing up, and I'll like literally play it for like 10 to 15 minutes straight and just like loop like that like 8 bars of the song or whatever until I like know I have it.
So it's just you practice with repetition.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like that's
metronomes.
I feel like that's most helpful for me as well.
Yeah.
Just like repeatedly going over it from top to bottom, or like just one part that's really hard with a metronome. People overlook the metronome. Mm-hmm. They really overlook it.
It's a good tool.
It's a great tool.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I started using it a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Because like in studios, for the most part, like if you're a drummer or any musician, you're gonna be playing to a metronome.
Yeah.
Because if you're recording on the parts individually, you're going to be recording with a metronome. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know how to use a metronome, it's hard. It can be difficult.
Yeah, some people don't like having a click at all because they're like, no, it bothers me. I'm like used to it because I practice with one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, that's awesome though.
Yeah, thanks.
So if you have like one message for your fans, like what would that message be?
Good question.
I told you I'm on one today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm filled with them.
One message. Say what you need to say. That's it. Like,
Isn't that a song?
Is it?
I think it is.
Well, there has to be a song titled that. But yeah, if you have a creative outlet, use it and just like let out what you need to let out with no shame.
And
like
if they
tell your
don't?
stories.
And if they don't have a creative outlet,
Keep messing around until you find one. Or just like
you feel like it's a necessary creative outlet.
or some type of healthy coping mechanism. Yeah, not everybody's a creative. Like my little brother came to mind. I know the way that he like lets out his anger, like he like plays football. Like have
Likewise.
your outlet. But yeah, for me, like my personalized message would be like tell your stories and like say what you need to say.
That's really cool.
Thanks.
I have this question because me, Matthias, and I we talk about it frequently about like the music industry and how we feel
Matthias is so great.
he's such a cool guy, man.
He wants to manage me.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. He would probably do a great job for you too.
Yeah.
Because like he's devoted.
He has great ideas.
Fantastic ideas.
Yeah, I like his brain. Like he has really good ideas.
Yeah, when we were playing together, like I really saw those ideas come to life.
Yeah.
And we just fed off each other very well. But as I was saying, like Matthias and I, we often talk about like the music industry and what it would take to be innovative and to really make it. So what do you feel like, what skills do you feel are most useful to make it in the music industry?
To make it? Well, I haven't made it yet in the music industry, so I could be wrong. But the ability to collaborate, I think, is really important. Just like so much of networking in college is like remembering people's names, like saying hi to them, like when in passing, being down to co-write,
right?
And just being a good band leader and doing your best to like communicate your ideas effectively. But yeah, like a lot of it comes down to like person-to-person relationships, kind of. Yeah, I think that's what I would say. And like authenticity, like. Again, looping back to not being afraid to say what you need to say. Yeah.
That's really valid. So you were talking about collaborations. I asked Sluts Talk about Heaven about this, but who exactly like would do do any artists come to mind that you would not collaborate with?
That I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like on campus?
No, not on cat. Hell no. No way. Any major artist right now? Not out of spite or anything, but they just...
That I wouldn't. Maybe I would stay away from like super, super mainstream pop because sometimes the lyrics, like sometimes I'll listen to a pop song that just came out and I'm like, I think every single line in this has been used before.
Said, oh my God.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you the amount of times that like I've heard songs rhyme like fire with like liar. It's the most annoying thing ever, bro. Like, be creative, be yourself. I mean, I feel like that can also come from listening to a lot of music or just being very unoriginal.
Yeah.
There's really no in between.
Like, I love pop music if it's good. I'm not a hater of pop at all. Like, I'm on pop, like, Chappell Roan. Like, there are some really good pop artists right now. Sabrina Carpenter. But, yeah, if you're rhyming heart with apart and liar with fire and baby with crazy, maybe perhaps just like go back to square
baby
one.
And maybe get out of here, bro.
Yeah. I would say maybe like a mainstream pop artist to try and stay away from like formulaic writing.
And who would you collaborate with?
First person who came to mind is Sari Jordan, and I'm so like getting to do Tiny Den with them was like so cool. And like now
that's what that was. That's
yeah,
right.
like that was so cool. But Fiona Apple would be like a dream. Jack Antonoff as a producer would be really, really cool to work with. Or Daniel Nigro. Like, he produced both of Olivia Rodrigo's albums and my favorite Conan Gray album. Mm-hmm. So, like, yeah, he would probably be my dream producer to work with, I would say. Daniel Nigro. Yeah.
What got you into Conan Gray?
What initially got me into him?
It was you that's like, oh, he's my husband, right?
Yeah.
That was, I remember that.
Yeah, look, my phone, that's him.
Oh my. He looks like Jim Morrison in that picture. Damn.
Yeah, he's perfect. He is my husband.
Get out of here.
I think the first I knew of, actually, no, I was going to say the song Heather, but that's not true. Crush Culture was the first song of his that I heard. But
Heather's what? That's his most popular
Heather
one?
is like the one that most people know.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like that was his first like viral big song. What got me like feeling like what turned me into a fan of him, like from a casual listener to a fan, was his interview on the Zach Sang show, which it's like a sit down like interview thing like this. That's why I get so excited.
My sauce.
I get so excited for these interviews because I feel like I'm on the Zach Sang show. Like I'm like this is like all I love to just like sitting here talking about music. It's like it's so fun. Like that's all fun. I want to do.
Sitting here asking about music is so fun.
Yeah. So Conan Gray's his interviews with Zach Sang, like he's just such a little sweetheart, and like all his the way he talks about songwriting in a lot of
it was gross. It was just like Lynn just chilling on my laptop. I don't even know how it got there.
Then go away. The way he talks about songwriting was a lot like he approaches it similarly to me. And then he said some quote about how like someone will talk to him and like he can feed off the crumbs of one conversation and write a whole album about it. And I was like, oh my God, me too. Yeah.
That's really cool. And for the bands that are on campus, is there anyone that you would deliberately like work towards collaborating with them?
I want to like do something with Lummox. They had their first gig. They opened so it's Dylan, Ronnie, Flora, and Izzy.
It's Lummox?
Lummox.
Oh, yeah. Lummox.
It's all their names combined, I think. Yeah.
It is?
I think.
Where's the D for Dylan?
Wait, where did they get Lummox from?
Is it a word? I'm going to search up if it's a word.
Okay, L-U-M, is it O-X? L-U-M?
A clumsy, stupid person. Makes sense. Wait,
why did I think it was all their name? I just fully made that up, guys. So sorry. Because I'm literally friends with everyone in that band. So sorry. Ronnie's songwriting is so good. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I really, really want to co-write with Ronnie. And, like, doing something with Lummox would be really cool. Their set, like, they covered Bags by Clairo and Vampire Empire. Is that Big Thief or Adrian Lanker? I'm not sure.
What genre are they?
Lummox is, I would say, indie. Like, and I know that's really broad, but yeah, like they're like an indie band at their core.
Okay.
Like they're so cool. Yeah, I would love to do that. Also, like the Dewdrops, Like that would be really like if I could
That's
like
like a
sing
jazz
some
fusion band,
sing some
right?
like jazz standards
Yeah,
with the
that's
dewdrops.
fun.
I would love to do that. That'd be so cool.
Jack
Yeah.
actually is my RA, Jack Wild.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think that's Jack Wild, right?
I
Isn't
think.
that? Yeah,
I think.
that sounds familiar.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, super cool guy though. Really down to earth.
Yeah.
Why them though?
Have
Have you done jazz standards before?
I have not sang a lot of jazz, and it kind of jazz heads like intimidate me. Like the jazz people who go here are like scary
Because
like,
they're
if
just
you
so
talk to-
knowledgeable.
Yeah,
you know?
like they know everything about theory.
Yeah.
And I'm very much still learning, and so
I
they're
agree.
intimidating. But like Sebastian is one of those people who's been really really welcoming about like teaching me theory stuff that I have like stupid questions about, and he explains it really well. But yeah, the dewdrops would be really cool. Also, their marketing is so smart. They do the like flash flood warning
Yeah,
thing
that's
before
cool.
a show.
I've
That's like
looked
such a
at that
good.
before,
And
yeah.
then when we actually did get a flash flood warning, they like posted a joke about it on Instagram. Like their marketing is smart. Yeah.
And your marketing, you're on that red and black setting.
red and
Describe
black.
your marketing.
Well, so actually, since the last interview, I hung these posters all around campus that say, "Are you gay?" or "Are you delusional?" with a pre-saved QR code.
Yeah.
And like I didn't put my name or like the song or anything on there. I just kept it broad,
Yep.
kept some mystique, and like just made it funny. Like I saw people walking by the posters and they would like point and like laugh at it and be like, "Oh my god, me." Or like people I didn't even know were like posting them on their private stories being like straight to the point. I like it to the "Are you gay?" ones.
Yeah.
Like
I
that
mean,
definitely that worked.
with those statements, do you feel like you're trying to reach a specific demographic?
Yeah. Like people, if someone reads the "Are you delusional?" thing and is like, "What?" Like then I know like they don't get it. The girls that get it
Yeah.
get it. The girls that don't. Like it's funny. Like it's like delusional in a crush way.
So, so is it a kind of like marketing and music where it's like if you know, you know?
Yeah.
So what would you say to the people that don't know, but they want to understand your music, but they don't quite relate to what you're saying, but they enjoy your music and they just want to relate to it? How would they?
Then
do
welcome
so?
to the club. I
Welcome to the
love
club.
you. If you like the songs, then like we vibe. Like yeah.
Like, let's say I kind of want to backtrack here because we were talking about stage performances.
Yeah.
And I meant to ask this question. I just thought of it randomly. But like let's say like the audience looks like kind of like fatigued or like tired. You know, has that happened to you before?
Yes, especially like when I would do like 3-hour like winery or coffee shop
Yeah.
gigs at home. Like I can see people like checking out of like not caring about the music as much anymore and like just going to talk to the people they're like sitting at the table with.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, like
Like,
I
what
gotta
do
keep
you-
them intrigued. Like
what do you
noted.
do?
A song that's more upbeat afterwards. Like if it'll usually be. I was just talking to Andy about this. I'm nervous about I don't want to do too many ballads at Howlin' Wolf because like people go there, they get drunk, they want to like
Yeah.
dance. So like, yeah, like if I notice that the audience looks fatigued, you just gotta like pick it up for the next song, like do something more upbeat.
What have you learned, like, in your years of music that benefit you as like a person, as a human being, at its core? What have you learned to be a better person?
Whoa. The first thing that came to mind, maybe I need to think about this one. Like discipline came to mind because music is like a lot about discipline, and then having a routine will like seep into other areas of your life. Can you ask the question one more time?
Yeah,
How do you?
Yes. No, actually, let me think. I put it so well together.
You did.
Too.
How is being a musician?
Yes, positively affected, yourself as a human being, something like that.
Like,
What have you learned? What have you gotten out of it?
what have I gotten? Connections with, the places where music takes me is crazy. Like, I live in New Orleans because of the songs I write. Like, if you think, like, that's wild. Like, I have, like, I wouldn't be in this, like, state if it weren't for the songs I write that I auditioned with to this school. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have made
Whoa.
the friends I have. And
Whoa.
I wouldn't, like, be in, like, the talking stage I'm in right now. And I wouldn't, like
Whoa.
everything. Like, my songs brought me here.
Wow.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
That is, that's going back to what you said about, like, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I auditioned to this school with the song Thank You So Much. and then like a cover and one other original. But like, if I hadn't written that song in high school, I wouldn't like be where I am right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So music.
And that's
takes you
all
places.
because one day you woke up and you decided that you are feeling a certain way about someone and an experience, and you wrote it, and you are here now.
Wild. I've never thought about it like that, but music takes you places. I'm having insane revelations right here, right now.
On the talk.
Nola.
On the talk.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fantastic. That's really
Music brought you here.
Hmm?
Like music brought you.
Oh
here.
yeah. I mean,
Like from Miami to New
Yeah.
Orleans. Yeah.
that's really crazy when you
Damn.
think about it, man.
Good question.
Yeah. Like going back to like the topic of life, where do you even see yourself being in the next 10 to 15 years?
That's such a scary, terrifying question. I want to have a couple tours under my belt, and I want to say like 2 to 3 albums. Well, 15 years, yeah, definitely like 3 albums.
How would you do with like being away for extensive periods of time? And where would you want to tour?
Like,
No.
I at least like I want to hit like all around the U.S. It would be like I haven't even thought like world tour wise, because that would be getting like so ahead of myself. But like, I don't think people talk about tour like it's terrible and like on the road and everything, but like that's what I want to do. Like, I'm really excited for my first tour, even if it's like low budget as fuck and I'm like eating ramen and like sleeping in vans and what. Like, I want the tour experience.
I feel like we're already preparing with that by living in dorms here.
Yeah, I'm living in Beaver Hall. Yeah.
Beaver Hall. Oh my god, bro. In the first floor,
The broken showers or the
Bro.
like the broken
no
water heaters.
hot water. Yeah, bro. The first floor smells like a baby diaper. It's like the worst thing ever.
It's so bad. We're living in squalor. Beaver fever is a real thing.
It
Mold
is.
in the vents.
I
is
experienced. I did not believe in it, but my third month, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I got it, and I'm convinced Matthias gave it to me. I'm convinced to this day.
real. How dare he?
How dare he?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, but you said 3 more albums. Are your albums, are they going to be conceptual, or is it like straying off different topics? What do you want from your albums?
I'm thinking debut album right now. I have a title in mind. I'm not gonna say that yet, but it would all
drop it on the talk.
that's way too early. Like, I could change my mind by then. Like, we're like this wouldn't be for like a minute.
Well, how far are you from your first album from your debut album?
I don't know.
I mean, 'cause
it'd
you
be
already-
cool to get it out by like the end of the next semester. By the end of next, maybe.
That long?
Like,
You already have so many songs that are polished, though.
yeah, but like, so I gotta let the EP cycle run its course,
Let it
maybe
marinate
till
a
like
little
the
bit.
end of summer, and then like once I get back for fall, I'll like lock in on like debut album. Maybe I guess. I'm not gonna say the title I have in mind, but it's very theatrical. And then what I will do is show you my Pinterest board for it.
Oh, for sure.
It's still Ren in Black, but it's more femme fatale and a little bit more. This sounds weird. More bloody and like intense and dramatic.
All right, so we have.
Yeah,
What
you can
the
like.
hell? I can take your phone.
Yeah, you can take my phone and scroll.
Okay,
through.
so yeah, I see all these and I immediately think you.
Thank
So
you.
you got feet wrapped in looks like beads, a lot of black.
Oh yeah, pearls.
black
Mhm.
pearls. My apologies.
No, you're good.
I'm not on one with my jewelry. Shut the hell up, bro. We on Instagram facts.
I just like the colors in that. Like, I don't know what about like the Pinterest cannot be explained. It's just
New plan. Fuck it.
yeah. Oh wait, let me show you one thing.
Go ahead.
So I like this aesthetic for posters. I want to lean into. I might have a board that's literally just those. I feel like it'd be cool if my posters and my marketing looked like they were straight out of like the 50s. Oh yeah, the board is
Whoa,
called
that's
promo
cool.
like this. Like if it said really like trashy
Yo,
things in
'cause
like this
low-key-
old font,
yeah,
because these
'cause-
would stand out.
Yeah, and the thing about you, like your personal look, like when you get like in your red makeup, like how you did for your music video for Thank You So Much.
Yeah.
You look like you're straight out of the 50s.
Thank
like,
you. And I do the little like mole. I've started to do like
Yes.
I add like
Yeah,
little
yeah,
dots
yeah,
of black
yeah.
eyeliner, kind of like Marilyn Monroe ish.
Bro, where did that
And
look
then-
come from?
I just started doing that like when I got here, and I like decided like I was like I want this to be part of my artist persona. Like
Yeah,
I
do
feel
you
like
play
that'd
with
be
it on
cool.
stage?
Like yeah, like and then
Someone, is it Madonna that does that? Someone else does it, I think.
Madonna probably has. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think of that as a Marilyn
could be
Monroe
wrong.
thing. And then I have this Pinterest board. It's literally just called Blue Album Visualizer.
Okay,
and the
so-
songs, they would be like nighttime songs.
Cool.
So this one's kind of like I haven't written a
Yeah,
lot
I
of music
see
that looks like
Mazza
this in my
Star.
opinion yet. Like I'm still writing Red and Black Femme Fatale music. But like I like this vibe and I would like to maybe album number 2 would look like that.
On the Blue Album Visualizer. Cool. So like on the concept of blue.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think blue, I think of like ocean. What do you exactly get from the color blue?
Like this vibe, it would be more like
What does that
kind
vibe
of-
mean?
I don't even
I
know.
see so many different things there.
there is a lot going on. There's a lot disco, dancing, nighttime. I like this picture.
Yo, that's cool.
Like there's like glitter vomit in a toilet. Like maybe it could be like nighttime clubby, maybe like night out stories and stuff like that, and like how you feel after you like go out dancing and then you do things you regret. It could be kind of like in that realm.
So does this mean that you're like not done evolving as a musician?
Not at all. I'm like a baby. I'm like a fetus. Well,
Where do you
not-
even
not
see
a
yourself?
fetus, but like I don't know. Like I have so much more to learn
Yeah.
and grow. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself going, like, as an artist? On a personal level.
More as honest as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, like writing lyrics as honest as I can. I'm kind of with the Red and Black, the first one I showed you. I'm trying to write some piano stuff that's a little bit more like cabaret feeling.
What does that mean, cabaret?
How would I explain it? Like a type of like, the best way I would explain it is like a type of theatrical jazz.
Okay.
Like Sooner or Later by Madonna comes to mind. Or the song Maybe This Time. It's like a musical theater song. What show is that from? Oh, I'm so fake. I like sang that in high school and I don't know
said
what
it was
show it's
Maybe
from.
This Time.
Maybe This Time. Yeah, Liza Minnelli
Yeah,
sang
there
it
it is.
originally, I think.
Liza Minnelli.
I don't know what musical it's from, but music like that, I would love to, like, right now, that's the direction I'm trying to swing in. But I would really, like, once I get better, once I learn more about production, is probably when I would make that sort of, like, nighttime music. Like, it would be maybe guitar-driven, indie-ish nighttime music would be something a really cool, like, goal to get to. But I don't think I'm close to that yet. That would probably be album number 2. Yeah.
Okay, so like talking about your first EP, like we've talked about like the kind of vibe, which is like heartbreak. You know, I feel like it's safe to say that. Would you ever do an album where it's like the exact opposite?
Like, happy?
Happy. You gotta be happy, Vienna. Or is your whole artist motif just kind of just like dark?
No, it doesn't need to be. If I was in a state of mind that was happier, I wouldn't be opposed to writing more happy music. And like the stuff I've been writing, some of the stuff I've been writing recently is a little bit more mature and reflective. Like it's less like, oh my God, how dare you do me wrong? And a little bit more like, sometimes I know the position I'm putting myself in and I let it happen. Or like things like that. Or I would like to make something around the quote to exist just to revolve, because I've noticed like a lot of things are just like patterns that like always circle back. I've noticed.
Is that the tattoo that you got? Because I
No.
noticed like your tattoo is literally
Yeah,
that
that's, like, in
spiral.
a circle.
What's it say again?
If people wanted you to write warmly about them, they should have behaved better. Yeah.
So what
But,
inspired that?
So it's a quote by an author named Anne Lamont. And like my dad showed me the quote. He just like sent it to me. I forget why, but probably after. There have been multiple instances in my life where like someone will find out I wrote a song about them and get like really pissed and like cause a fucking scene about it. And it's
That's
like,
happened to you before?
yes. And, like
What?
people have. There have been 2 instances in my life where somebody has texted a like music teacher of mine and been like, can you make sure Vienna doesn't perform this song at blah 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 event? I'm like, no. And the teacher is always like, no. It was 2 different.
Yeah.
Once was in middle school, and then once was in high school. Like, it's like this. Somebody literally texted my voice teacher and was like, can you get Vienna to stop writing songs about me?
But like not
No.
not directly asking you was also kind of weird. I
Yeah.
feel like that's more embarrassing for them.
Because they can't, like, they know if they ask me what the answer would be. Like, this is my coping mechanism. Like, this is, like, what I live to do.
Right.
Like, that's so stupid.
It's
Like, I'm not
interesting.
going to stop.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
God, I
good.
can't speak. It's interesting. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
It's interesting because like I feel like a lot of people can take a song that's written about them, even negatively, in different ways. Like maybe they can think like, oh, this is rude. I'm embarrassed. Or like this gives me power over them.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to someone who like feels like it gives someone power over them?
Like, how would that even like?
Yeah, because like it could be like, I made you feel this way. You made this song about me. It could be flattering in some ways, actually, to someone.
Like, oh, she wrote a song about me. Then I don't.
Ew,
Like,
get out of
yeah.
here. For like definitely for a narcissist, I feel like they would talk
Like,
that way.
Low key, yeah. That squeak.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they want to read into it, they can. This is just like what I do. This
Yeah.
is my art. It's what I'm like majoring in for college. Like, if you want to read into
Yeah.
it, do whatever you want.
Bottom
you live
line,
in Maryland
I
and
don't
you go to
care.
Hagerstown
Yeah.
Community College and are gonna do nothing with your life. Like,
Oh wow, shade from Vienna Notarianni.
I'm not sorry. I was gonna say I'm sorry, but I'm literally not. Yeah.
And that's you. I'm not sorry. You know, I feel like that definitely speaks to who you are. You do
Thanks.
it, and you don't care.
Thanks. Yeah.
And you know, that's also going back to the skills that you need for the music industry. I feel like that's also really what you need. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it, and I don't care what you think or what anyone
Mm-hmm.
thinks. I know what I want.
And like sometimes being able to take criticism with a grain of salt is important. Like
Yeah,
in certain
no,
situations.
of course.
Like when teachers I really
Yeah, there's
admire
definitely
give me
difference.
critiques,
Yeah.
like that's like I'm like, okay, thank you. Like
Yeah.
I'm like rip me to shreds. Like I'll soak up your critiques like a sponge. But sometimes like if someone's just like on TikTok, if I get a comment like a lyric is like stupid, I'm like, okay, then like don't follow me. Like just
Literally.
like keeps going.
How do you utilize TikTok to market yourself as a musician?
It's
an
so
artist?
fun. Like
Yeah.
it's so fun. Like I used a lot of clips from the music video of me doing like delusional
Yeah.
things and like would put them over a song that's already like trending in my like I don't know, like my vein of people. Like there's a song it's like said you like crazy girls but you hate when I get crazy. Like I put the clip of me like cutting Georgia's hair in her sleep. And then there's a Lana Del Rey song that's like, I'm the sweetest girl in town, so why are you so mean? I like put me cutting Georgia's hair over that. And then there was one that's like, I'm the midnight barber. I cut people's hair in their sleep. I did that. Like that sound was perfect. I needed to use
Yeah.
that. Yeah, just like getting in touch with the market audience by using sounds that they already like and then like putting my own music video over
Yeah.
it was like my strategy. And then posting the videos of us posting the are you gay, are you delusional posters everywhere. Like
How
yeah,
do
that was
those hit
part
on the
of it.
algorithm? I have not seen those
Like
yet.
my to be so for real, my TikToks all promoting thank you so much, none of them did as good as I wanted them to, and I was upset about it. But that just means I like have more figuring out to do, and like I need to
And the
do more
algorithm's hard
research.
too, because you've
is.
had a really big hit actually on one of your videos.
Yeah. The
Wow.
one I was so on my TikTok. Oops, I just like so
You're
hit the
good,
table.
you're
I
good,
was so on my TikTok grind, like my junior year and like the summer before my senior year of
Right.
high school. My videos were doing so good. I had this one go viral of me singing a Sir Chloe song.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were going to my page, and then every day I started posting covers, and like some of them had like thousands of likes on them, and I missed that era so much
Yeah.
because like. When I fell into a depressive episode after that, I like wasn't posting consistently because I just did not have the energy. And then like with TikTok, consistency is really important. Like I swear the algorithm knows if you post every day or not.
Yep.
But it's like it sounds stupid to say it's difficult to post every day. Like that sounds dumb. It's a 15-second video, but
It's just how
it's marketing.
But you also have to be very creative to have new ideas all
Yeah.
the time.
And like I feel like I have to like look pretty to post a TikTok as
Why
well.
is that? Do you feel like sexual, like sexual attraction drives the market?
Yes. Yeah.
Why
Like
is that?
I mean, why is like
I mean, 80s was like
whole
the-
deeper like thing that I don't even know where like the root of it stems from. But like
probably primitive, you know, just like
Yeah.
what's up, like
Like what
pleasing
people
to
like
the
to look
eyes,
at.
exactly. And it would,
yeah, I don't know, but I definitely like I find myself if I'm like going to make a TikTok, I'm like, well, fuck, I can't make a TikTok today. I'm not wearing red and black, and I didn't do my eyeliner this
Right.
morning. But that's so dumb.
so that limits you though.
It does, and
Yeah.
I should like get out of that. And then even the master class we had about like women in music and like how like Hannah, like the teacher who was explaining, like she was like, I found myself like doing makeup in the bathroom before I spoke, and I'm like, why? Like why do I feel like I need to like please people around me or like please men around me.
Right.
It's
you feel like it's
definitely-
men in particular?
like to an extent, yeah. And I've been since that master class, I really like a lot of situations where creatively I was being like squashed and
Right.
I didn't even realize it have like
What do you mean by squash?
come to light in my mind. Like when I was at a point, I've been at a point in the past couple months where like I can't finish writing a song because I hear somebody else's critiques before I can even like get through a line.
Right.
And I don't know, that's not artistically productive. Like if you're working with people who make you feel like your writing is like shit, then it's not collaboration anymore at that point. Because collaboration, it's supposed to be like, I like what you do, you like what I do, let's make something really cool. Not like, let's change what you do to fit my vision, you know?
I'll get back to the topic, but speaking of collaboration, you got Sluts Talk About Heaven on the live right now. They want to put some working with you. How would you feel about collaborating with them?
How would that work?
I was just gonna ask the same thing. Like, what exactly could you guys like give each other? Because it's so very different. I bet you they could probably sample like your song very well.
Yeah, they could sample
That'd probably
something
be
of mine.
really
I
cool.
could like sing a hook on one of their songs if
Yeah,
they wanted.
yeah.
Or I have some stuff where my friends joke, like, they're like, Vienna, you're like borderline rapping in this song right now. And I'm like, no, don't say I'm not a rapper in any way, shape, or form. But like,
Are you opposed to rapping in your music?
Like,
well, not exactly rapping, but like a quicker cadence. Because you do have some quick cadences.
Talk singing. Like there's this one thing, like, it's like, I only wrote the cons down in my phone. This ain't my first time down this road. Like, I'm like, it's talking, like, it's kind of rapping, but it's not over like a beat. Like, it's over piano. Like, that song is over, like, it's low key, like a reggae, like, type of, like, rhythm.
Reggae? Oh my God. You're influenced by reggae?
Like, to an extent, because, like, my grandfather listens to it a ton, and he, like, visits Jamaica every year, and he, like, loves reggae. So, like,
Did you watch the new movie, Bob Marley?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I need to.
Yeah, I feel like I heard great reviews about it.
I need to go see that. And they're making an Amy Winehouse movie, and I'm so scared.
They are not.
They are, and it's...
Where'd you hear about that?
Like, I've seen, like, the trailer. If they fuck up that story, or, like, if they tell it with... Like, if they tell it in a distasteful way, that would really fucking suck. I will go see it. I'm really interested. I love Amy Winehouse.
Right.
Like, I love Amy Winehouse. I dressed up as her for Halloween, and, like, I've been covering her songs since I was, like, 14 or 15.
So she's another influence of yours?
Yes.
What about her?
Absolutely.
I mean, she's also a strong, powerful woman.
Yeah.
She's also one of those, like, individual artists that, like, I'm going to do what I want. I don't care.
And her story is really
you.
tragic.
What was her story?
So she OD'd and she died.
Okay.
I don't know when. Probably like when we were. I don't know what year it was, but wait, what was the initial question? With her inspiring me.
Yeah,
what about
exactly.
her soul? Like nobody sings like her. Like vocally, like unmatched. Like just like the way she would sing like jazz music or just like her own originals. Her originals are so real. She sounds like she's struggling sometimes when she's singing, and it's so like beautiful.
Like struggling
the emotion
in a good way or a bad way?
In a bad way, and it's like emotion. Like there are there's this album of her, I think it's just called like Live at the BBC. It has like a red cover. Like her voice like cracks a couple times in it, and it's so like you can feel like every lyric she's saying. Yeah, like I
it's
like
more
it.
Than
It
just
sounds
music.
It's so real.
Yeah, so it's more than just music. That's really cool.
Yeah. Like she was a phenomenal like writer, vocalist, and like artist in general. Like yeah.
She's not too different also
Winehouse.
from like Fiona Apple. Like that kind of style of music.
Yeah, like to me they're in like kind of the same category of my brain, and
Right.
they both like 100% influence me a lot. Yeah.
Equally, or does one influence more than the other?
Fiona more right now is more like the era I'm in, but like yeah, like I love both of them like with the same intensity and intensity.
How many different eras have you been in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
What's your singing evolution? Like, when did that start? How has it been? Like, has there a moment like where you've been like, I absolutely suck at singing?
all the time.
Do you
All
do you
the
still
time.
get it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
When you listen back to your music, do you enjoy listening to it, or are you still criticizing yourself even after it's been polished?
Criticizing myself like crazy. I'm like crazy. And like I say I'm a songwriter first before I would even say a vocalist. Like I am not the strongest singer, and that is okay. And I'm making singer-songwriter music that is for my own voice.
Right.
And like
Because you have a very unique voice.
yeah,
It's
and like
very unique.
I for a long time was trying to be like a musical theater soprano, and I'm not, and that's okay.
Damn.
You know? Like I was like trying to I was like straining myself to try and belt in a range that I like am not comfortable doing. Like I was like pushing to do something I'm not built for. And like now I'm figuring out like what I'm built for.
Right.
Like I'm still finding my sound, and I have a lot of figuring out to do still, but yeah.
Well, how do you where do you feel like you stand? Are you satisfied, or would that be a stretch to say you're
With my own voice?
with
Not
your
at
own
all. Not at all. I have so much to learn.
I mean, but that's confusing though, because you have people all the time coming up to you telling you you're a phenomenal singer.
That's yeah, like I
mean,
I appreciate it so much.
Well, you just don't believe them then?
Low key, no.
What?
I have a
crazy.
lot, like not in like attention seeking way. Like I have a lot to learn still. Like even like healthily singing wise, like I wouldn't say I like know how to belt healthily, like 100%. Like I have a lot to learn vocally and a lot to like figure out. But I do like that like songwriting, like I choose what range my songs are in, which is sick. Like,
That is true.
Yeah.
Is that why covers are kind of weirder in that way, you know? Like, is that why you tend to flow more towards writing originals as opposed to being? Because when I think of Vienna, I don't think of covers. I think of
Thanks.
her music.
Thank you.
And is that the primary reason? Because like you know what your voice can do.
Yeah, like I write because I need to. Like I write songs because like
Wow, that is such a good. I write because I need to.
like yeah, like that's the best way to put it. But yeah, like a lot of the time I'll try and tackle a cover and it's like I need to change the key, or I'm just like, damn, like this song isn't in the realm of things that I can do now.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe by senior year of college I'll be like, wow, my range has gotten so much better. Like, or actually I'm gonna say I know that will happen. Like like Antoine, my voice teacher, like he's awesome, and we're already like I've learned so much since I got here. Like, and I'm so excited to learn more. Like,
what has his career been like? I don't know much about him. Yeah.
I don't know a ton either. I know he gigs like crazy, and I think he'll play like wedding gigs.
Right.
And like he has like a band that like he has like people on call, and he'll be like, all right, can you do this gig, blah blah blah. And I don't think they like rehearse. Like it's like the type where like they just come and like sight read and like he sings. I think that's
Okay.
And he told us today that, you know, the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas, you're good.
Yes.
He's like,
that's like the skeleton music.
yeah,
okay.
whenever there's like choirs singing in that movie, he's in the choir. I
Really?
was like, insane lore
Oh,
drop.
that's
He told us that
literally-
today. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Would you ever do like wedding gigs?
Yes.
Like well into your career?
No.
Yeah, I feel like I would
In
also.
college, yeah.
I feel
once
like I would
I'm-
also stray away from that.
Yeah.
No hate on anyone that's doing it,
Mm-hmm.
but it just like I feel like it just wouldn't appeal to me. And what I want to get out of being a musician, you know, because I want to appeal to the masses, get my story out there.
Yeah. For right now, a gig is a gig. Like for
Yeah,
like
yeah,
even
yeah,
some
absolutely.
people have like talked down on house shows. I'm like, I don't know.
They're so
fun.
fun.
Like I'm like down to play.
And
a
like the
house
amount
show,
of
like,
people
it's
that you
fun.
meet.
Yeah, like I like them, at least with like the stage of my career I'm in right now. Like right here, right now, a gig is a gig. Probably through college, like and like I'm not making enough money off of music to like
Right.
survive, obviously. So whatever I can take right now, I'm so down to do if I'm like making money doing my art. But it's not like I could go to a wedding and sing like, why are you so ashamed, and like where we disagree. Like I would have to be like, why don't you come on over, Valerie,
Literally.
and like sing little like crowd pleasy songs. But sometimes it's fun. Like it just depends. It depends.
I feel like with you, like the kind of musician and artist that you are, even like when you're well into the career, after like your success, during your success, you would still do those low-key house shows. I feel like I get those vibes from you.
Thanks. Yeah, I would like to.
Because
do
like
that.
you seem like a fun musician, and you're what do you hope to achieve from the gigs that you play? You know, is there a certain feeling that you hope to get?
Like It depends on the show. I don't think I could put the feeling in one word, but I want to connect with the audience. Like, did you know about the little papers I gave out at Tiny Den? The envelopes I handed out?
Is it the one where it has a kiss on it?
Okay, so yes. So the envelopes, they had like, they said, "Can I be honest?" They have the EP title and then kisses. And you open up the envelope and it had this piece of paper and it said, what was it? "In spirit of Vienna Notarianni's upcoming EP, can I be honest? Write down a secret you've been dying to get off your chest.
I remember
Anything."
this.
Yeah, it was like, write down a secret.
I saw this on social media.
Yeah, write down a secret, and then the only rule is you can't sign your name.
Bro, that's fun.
Thanks.
People want to be engaged with that.
Yeah, like just like stuff like that. And
like,
so
where
then,
do you go? I'm
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
and then you're good. And then before I sang a ballad, I was like, all right, everyone, open up your envelopes and like write down like during the song, like write down your secrets. And then going through them after the gig was so funny. So someone wrote, "I broke up a marriage."
What?
I know. Some of them
Bro.
were really deep. Some of them were really funny. Some of them were really juicy, like that one. Someone wrote, "I got canceled for something I didn't do," and like I'll never know who said this stuff. But
Or cancel culture, like it definitely has its ups and downs.
yeah,
You know, it can
that's a whole can of worms, like,
bro.
yeah.
Literally, it can be really tricky.
Yeah,
You know, imagine getting canceled for something that you didn't do, and then like, what if you get like proved innocent like after it? You
Damn.
still have that on your shoulders.
yeah.
But
And like getting like internet hate is real and like hard to deal with.
have you experienced that on TikTok?
Like not like cancel culture levels
Well,
of
not just, like-
terrible,
just,
but
like,
like just
hate.
like hate comments. Like
exactly.
yeah, yes.
What's the worst thing that you've been told in a comment?
Either songwriting critiques that I did not ask for, or things about my looks or my lisp. Like,
Bro,
yeah,
your lips, it's not even noticeable though.
yeah,
Like when you brought it up on the show here for the first time, that's the only knowledge I have of it. Is it only when you sing?
no, like it's when I talk to, it's like
It
a
slips out.
slight lisp. Killing you, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing about me with my lisp, when it comes out every now and then, I feel like my head moves faster than like my mouth.
Yeah.
No, my mouth moves faster than my head.
Wait.
How does it? What's the order? Something moves faster than the other thing. Which anatomy is it though?
Yeah, head faster than mouth, right? Like your thoughts are more rapid than.
Yes.
you
Okay.
can
That's
speak
right.
them
That's
out.
right. Yeah, it definitely moves a lot quicker than what I need to say, and then it just kind of comes out. It's kind of embarrassing though. It's kind of embarrassing, but I feel like at this point
That's
I just get used to it.
Yeah. Like all creatives are always like bursting with things to say. I feel like.
Yeah,
You know?
that's also really true. Going back to your Tiny Den envelope, where did the idea of that come from? Because that's really really good. That's
Let
like,
me tell you.
yeah, go ahead.
I was with Lisette and Andy, and Lisette was like in a waxing appointment, literally. And me and Andy were like waiting outside, and I was scrolling through Pinterest, and I saw it was a picture of a wall with a bunch of like, it looked like letters on it. Like I probably saved the photo on one of my Pinterest boards. It was just like a wall with a lot of writing on it, and I was like, oh wait, that's really sick. And I was like, wait, there's something here. What is it? And I like showed the picture to Andy, and we were like talking, bouncing ideas back and forth, and we like reworded the sentence that the envelope or that the paper in the envelope would say like a good like 10 times before we like, all right, that's what it is. Like this is like the idea was like bubbling, and we were like talking back and forth, and then we like figured out what
You plan on using that format again? Now with the exact same
not
question?
the exact thing, but I'd love to do more audience interaction stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because like we need more of that in music. Like it's so fun. Like that's so, and then so the intent behind that was that for the cover of the EP, it's just going to be like my body, and then I'm going to tape like journal entries like all over myself, and then I'll be standing in front of like a red curtain.
Interesting.
But yeah, so I'll have like journal entries all over me, and like some of the secrets, like those juicy ones, I will also be taping those to me, and like those will be like it's can I be honest? So like someone broke up a marriage, that'll be like taped on my body somewhere, and you'll like be able to read the honesty.
Yeah,
like,
and then like I'm sure the audience and your fan base would also love that.
And like if
because it's like a piece of them is with you.
Is like on the cover of the art, and so
that's
like
really cool.
and then they would show the music to their friends and be like, "Look, I'm literally on the cover of this like song." Yeah.
Oh, that's really smart.
Thanks.
I'm gonna be stealing all these ideas.
No way.
No, I'm playing. But when you see your friends who are also trying to pursue their careers, like how would you encourage them to continue on?
How would I encourage my friends to continue on in their careers?
Yeah. Because, like, let's say, like, if they're not gigging as consistently as you, or they're really not as established as you, do you give them any advice at all? Or any words of encouragement?
Yeah. I was just talking to Delvin. I was like, Delvin, you should do a collab with Left Hook. You should do something where, like, he goes on, like I want Delvin to sing a song with Left Hook. Because, like, when he belts and when he sings his little, like, funk songs, like, when Delvin, like, sings, he captures an audience. And, like, he doesn't have his own band yet, but he should collab with Left Hook in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they cover, is it Superstitious or Superstition? The Stevie Wonder song?
Superstition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they cover that. And, like, if Delvin sang that, like, if Jude and, like, Delvin did a little duet, like, that would be so
That'd be
cool. And
cool.
that could get Delvin kickstarted on stuff. Like, yeah. Or just, like, any little gig, like, starting. Like, the first thing I played here was, like, Boo-Ray Night. And it's, like, a low-stakes gig. Like, if, like, I would encourage someone to play, like, Boo-Ray Night. Or...
Would you encourage that for every musician that's here?
No, not every musician, but, like, if the vibe makes sense for the venue. Because, like, it's...
Right.
Like... Yeah, if the vibe makes sense for the venue.
Yeah, because I would assume, like, it's not doing much death metal over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the type of music. But yeah, just like gigging as much as you can and like starting off, taking every opportunity you have to like perform. Like go out to open mic nights and like perform at masterclass if you can, even though like that's scary.
How did you arrange that?
For your peers.
You just reach out with Kate Duncan?
They send like an email Google form. And then you can,
Gotta be better about checking my email.
I haven't signed up for this semester yet, and I need to. Like, I'm doing it. I'm in another band with Lisette, Val, and Flora called Do Better. And
are you really?
Yeah, we haven't like posted anything on like Instagram.
I've not heard of it yet.
Yeah, we haven't gigged yet. We're gonna I think April 17th is our masterclass date. Yeah, so like that'll be our first like live performance. But yeah. So I haven't signed up a Vienna Notarianni masterclass slot, and I need to do that.
Sorry, I'm just gonna go back to the Do Better. Mm-hmm. What are you doing with that group?
We're very in like the baby stages of the band, but me and Lisette have been co-writing for like kind of since we met. Like we're on like the same wavelength.
I feel like
lyric
you guys,
wise,
everyone in that band really everyone in that band really seems like you're all very different artists.
Yeah, but so Flora and Lisette are like best friends. Like they are like best friends. Okay. And so them being in a band together like already makes complete sense.
Right.
And like it just kind of like happens. Like me and Lisette, like we'll be walking and like talking, and one of us will be like, "Stop! I have a lyric idea," and we write it down. Like our lyrics are really similar, and like just like we relate to each other a lot, and us co-writing just makes so much sense. And so. And, like, Val brings our songs together. Like, when Val has a drum groove on a song and then we, like, all start jamming,
right.
Like, it's so... Like, I'm excited for Masterclass. We're going to do this one song called Talk Song. And Lisette's the lead singer. And it's an original that, like, we all wrote together.
Okay.
It's called Talk Song, and we're going to do an audience interaction at the end. Yeah, I won't give it away. But it's
giving
gonna
it
be
away
really
here
cool.
on the Talking Hold.
It'll be really cool, though.
That's cool. And what genre are you guys going for?
We're I would say we're a baby band and we're still figuring it out.
Okay, but I mean, you already have an original.
Yeah, we have. So one of our originals is like a blend of Backseat Lovers and Faye Webster was what we were going for.
Okay.
She has a lot of Lisette's originals. I would say are like Amy Winehouse, Adele adjacent. Yeah, it's pop music, and then we're gonna cover Just a Girl by No Doubt. So like pop rock, I guess. I don't know. Pop
That's cool.
Music. Like music for the girlies.
What genre feels like home for you?
Genre stress me out. Like,
would you rather not confine yourself?
I guess, cause like, I mean, singer-songwriter feels like home for me, I guess. But I want to write more. I want to get more in like the rock realm and like angrier. Like, where are you so I can't talk. Why Are You So Ashamed is very different on piano versus like when you bring it to life with a whole band, for example. So, I don't know. Femcell, Angry Woman, rage-ish, indie-ish, singer-songwriter-ish, pop.
Okay.
All of the above.
So with your friends, because it was Izzy, wasn't it? When you all smashed
the eggs on Izzy's head.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what did you think of that? Marketing idea?
Oh my gosh. Like we went to her house and filmed we took her like EP cover photo shoot
Yeah.
and stuff. There were like eggshells all around her head and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we knew we wanted to do like, so we were like having just joking conversations like, should she egg someone's house? Should we egg her? Like, what could we, like, what should we do
Egg
here?
someone's house?
Yeah, like, because the song is called Eggshells, so we're like, all right, there's something bubbling here. What could it be? And then, like, as a group, we were all like, oh, it'd be funny if we, like, smashed eggs on your head.
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay. And then we did.
I don't know, like what if it's like some innocent old lady that just got her egged house?
No, like, we
That was horrible.
maybe so she's from Baton Rouge, so we could, like, egg her ex's house or something. Who knows? I don't know. We didn't,
What?
like, that was just an idea we threw out, but we settled with just, like,
Yeah.
egging Izzy's head.
Well, I'm glad y'all settled on that because it was very entertaining to watch.
Good. Yeah, we would hope it would catch people's attention.
It definitely got
It was
mine.
fun to film.
I bet it was. You know, I think I would purposely mess up so I can do another take. Because I don't think I've ever cracked an egg on someone's head.
True.
I think that's
I've never done that before.
I think that's something to get off the bucket list.
Yep.
What is something that you have on your bucket list that you feel like you need to accomplish before
Ooh.
a certain age or before your life is over? And that's so sad to say. That's
Yeah.
like depressing.
I'd
Life
like
is over.
to win a Grammy would be sick.
Ooh.
Oh
Wow.
To like be on. I would love to be on the Zach Sang show. I want to be interviewed by Zach Sang.
He's stealing my sauce. He's trying to be like me. We all know it.
Yep. I would say if my artist influences like knew I exist and like listened to me, I would feel really accomplished. Like if I found out that like Fiona Apple like liked my EP, I would like die, for example.
Well, you did something really cool earlier in the year. You did an American Idol audition. You know, how does
forgot
that
about
go?
that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I just remembered it right now when we're talking about like accomplishments.
Yeah.
I feel like that's also a really big accomplishment because you moved past the first stage too.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that, about being an American Idol?
So yeah, I made it to the
Contestant.
second round of those auditions, and they were both like over Zoom. I didn't hate the experience, but I don't know if I would do it again because it's very like they were definitely trying to like pry a story out of me.
Yeah. No, because that's
They
also
like tear-jerking
really easy.
stories.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah. And the way the guy initially reached out to me, like when the DM was like, "We're looking for original artists, and you
Sounds
have
like a
this like
scam.
original like yeah like remember I didn't even think the DM was real.
Yeah.
And like
that was a whole conversation
Yeah.
early in the year.
yeah and like he reached out like I'm really interested in your like original music. That was like the focus of the DM. And then I prepared 3 originals, and he was like, "Do you have covers for us?" And like he just wanted to hear covers. Like he did not care about the original songs. Like they liked Where We Disagreed during the second audition. They liked that song. But yeah.
I mean, was it performed in front of like an online panel of judges?
The first one was just in front of that one guy. And it
Okay.
was like he was kind of like coaching me to what the next round would want to see.
Okay.
And then the next one was like a panel of online people.
And how did that one go?
I started with Criminal by Fiona Apple, and they liked it, and they said that was like a unique song choice for like an 18-year-old, which like so I guess like they find that good
That's
for
like a
their
good thing, I would
TV show.
assume.
Yeah. And then they liked one of the women started clapping after Where We Disagreed, after my original, which I like that made me feel accomplished. I was glad. And then I did House of the Rising Sun for my third song, and they cut me off mid-song and ended the audition.
What? Why is that?
Like,
did you
I don't know if
receive
they
any
were bored.
feedback at all?
Like,
I mean, how do you go from a song being a unique choice, then to an applause, then to a song that's very renowned, like especially for the city that you're living in,
yeah.
to getting cut off? That doesn't make much sense to me at
Yeah,
all.
like they were like, "All right, thanks, you're good."
And then they just ended it.
Yeah, like I
What?
remember being confused. Like I remember like thinking like, do I DM the guy and ask like if there's a next round? And then I was like, I mean, I guess if I made it to the next round, they would have let me know. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll call it. Like yeah, like that kind of like it like stung for a second, but it's like okay,
But that's stupid.
like
That is.
yeah, like reality TV shows may not be my thing because I don't know how much they care about original music. So I don't know. I wouldn't if I got offered an audition.
or
I
even
would take it
individual,
again.
yeah. So, or even individual stories. Do they even care? They like to create their stories.
Yeah.
They pick and choose from reality and fiction. It's just, what do you think it is that they're even looking for?
Someone unique, but
They
also
literally said though, like your
like
first song
looking
choice was
for
unique.
someone
That makes no
unique,
sense.
but also like not too weird that it can like reel in all the viewers. Like, I don't, it's, I guess.
You said weird or real?
Not too weird. Like, one of the most recent, I forget if it was American Idol. In the past, like, 2 years, one of these guys who did really good on American Idol was, like, this bland, like, country singer man who was, like, a construction worker.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sang, and he had this beautiful voice, and everyone's like, wow, he's so interesting. Like, he's just, like, your blue-collar, like, American guy. And then he sings, and it's like, oh, but it's, like, I don't know. They like to fabricate things, I feel like. I don't know. I don't know if reality TV is my thing.
Bottom
I'm
line.
not sure.
Yeah, bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you could have done differently on your audition?
I probably, if I could do it again, I would have sang, like, a shorter cut of House of the Rising Sun.
All right.
Like, I would, like, maybe I think I did, like, maybe 3 or 4 of, like, the verses of it, and maybe I should have just stuck with, like, 2 to 3.
Okay.
Like, maybe I just should have cut the song off quicker. Like,
right.
I don't know. But, like, I wouldn't change anything about where we disagreed because, like, they liked it. I don't know. Maybe I could have, like, performed better and, like, popped off the screen a little more.
Okay.
Like, yeah, shorten House of the Rising Sun and, like, perform harder. If I could do it again, is what I would try and do.
Also, performing on Zoom is just weird.
Yeah.
That's just strange.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't like the direction that we as a society went when we introduced Zoom to the mainstream. Like, now you have, like, job interviews on Zoom and musical performance auditions.
It's not.
It makes no sense. First of all, you have a delay.
Yeah.
And it could be major, it could be minor, but in my experience, not in music, like American Idol auditions, but, like, there's a major delay, and it doesn't make sense. And you can't be as personable as you like.
Yeah.
And you can't really.
The conversations are awkward. There's a literal lag.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
exactly.
the same. Like, my audition to this school was over Zoom. And
Ditto,
they couldn't hear my piano and singing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had me play the song on piano and then sing it a cappella.
You see, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Because what about the musicians that, like, them playing at the same time helps and match that key?
Yeah.
You know, because like there are a lot of really good musicians, talented, who need that extra help.
It's the way they practice it, and then if they at the
Exactly.
audition they're like, "Hey, do it not like that." It would throw someone
Just
off.
Makes no
Absolutely.
sense. And it all started in COVID, right?
Yeah.
Zoom was COVID.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And no one did shit
In school.
in Zoom.
I was sleeping
Zoom
through
school.
my Zoom
no
classes.
way, bro. Cameras were off. That was so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was kind of nice for a little while because, like, I got to sleep in. I got to kind of do whatever I want. But coming back though, I feel like it was necessary. But a lot of people fell behind. You know.
Yeah.
You know, social interactions became not what they once were.
I feel like middle schoolers were so much less mature in that era.
Right.
Like, genuinely, I could write a book, but I could write a solid essay
Right.
about, like, they weren't interacting with each other in this very, like, vital time where you learn a lot of lessons about, like, friend groups and, like, just, like, basic life lessons.
They're getting that in, like, high school.
Yeah, and I wonder
middle
if
of high school.
like, I wonder if genuinely, like sociology wise, if people are gonna be less able to communicate.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
It's, like, scary to think about.
Because
I don't know.
a lot of workers now, they want to work, like, virtually, like, not going to work.
Yeah.
I feel like
Because if it was normalized and then, like, they were getting paid, it's like, why can't we just continue on
all
this
the
way?
time.
But it's not. I don't know. That doesn't work for
I
everything.
know it was,
doesn't
like,
work for music
normalized,
for
quote unquote, but it's not normal. You know, I feel like we're definitely made to interact.
sure. Yeah.
You know, be upfront. So just it's contradictory to who we are as a species. You know, because our day to day is based off of interaction and human experiences. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
feel you.
I spoke my piece.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So if you weren't even doing music, what would you be doing as a career?
No idea.
No idea.
Like, maybe something in the realm of marketing or fashion, but, like, music is what I live for.
Oh, so you would always just want to stay in the arts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I thought about being a lawyer for, like, a second.
Why is that?
Too much reading.
It's a lot of reading.
Yeah. Definitely, it would be in arts if I wasn't doing music, but music is, like, why
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. All right, I want to do something real quick with you before we end it.
Okay.
Play your favorite part of Thank You So Much on this
My
little
favorite part.
magical roadcaster here.
Oh, I know what part I'm going to play. All
Go
right.
for it.
I love this run in the second verse. This part.
That run right there,
Yeah.
it was really cool.
I'm proud of that one. Thank you.
Is there anything that your audience should be looking forward to? Anything coming out soon? Any big
So,
announcements?
Tired Eyes gig this
Okay.
Saturday, Howlin' Wolf this Wednesday, and my next single, Where We Disagreed, will be out. I'm gonna say in the next 2 months, just to be like really, really safe.
All right.
But yeah, and then at the Tipitina's gig, I'll be playing that song, and my ensemble is playing at French Quarter Fest as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Really
I'm
cool.
hyped. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Play us out with Thank You So Much.
Alrighty.
All right. This has been The Talk. This has
Thank
been
you.
The Talk, Nola. Thank you, Vienna, for being here.
Thank you,
We
Julio.
appreciate you, and good night.